Well, here's the opposite. Here's a 19-year-old lad, Jonathan. 19, he's 6'1". Same problem, except his, excuse me. There you go. There's pizza. No, I haven't had pizza in a long time. I would like to have a piece. You got any pizza back there? uh, he's 155 pounds, muscle building. So my formula, muscles the right way. I mean, if you know anything about herbs, the muscles the right way. I've got Suma. I've got some stuff in that one. And if you don't feel like this, I'll be amazed. I mean, it's a good formula. So that's where you want to go. You know, I wouldn't use beans, grains, I wouldn't use anything like that to build up. I would go to the amino acid side. Even our buckle up formula will build muscles. Because you got royal jelly in the buckle up formula, pure parsley juice, pure alfalfa juice. Oh, Jesus. So I'm excited about that, to be honest with you. Dear Dr. Morse, I'm a vegetarian. I stopped eating meat because I felt that it did not resonate with me. Good man, spiritual guy. Here you go, ladies. Here's that 19-year-old spiritual man. Anymore on a path of spiritual growth. See? Told you. Yeah. Be 19 again, you know, and going on the journey. At 19, if you can break, how old was I? Well, I was 20. I got out of the Air Force at 20. And I bet I was 21 something. I bet I was 21 and a half, 22 when I broke my thought. I mean, I read Krishnamurti and that's all I needed to do. I'd already been an out-of-body traveler a little bit. But he's a good dude to get you to realize that the mind can't stop itself. You have to stop it. We have a lot of mental health people that have health problems. So I always told that with mental health problems too, you know, you got to go after the health of tissue. I wanted to go frugivore, but did not believe I would be able to build muscle while doing this. And probably not. I think Ian had to go back with the greens to put on more adequate muscle. But I say that, and you got you've got a gorilla or a orangutan. An orangutan in a wild is probably almost exclusively fruit. I mean, these little babies will kill a human. I mean, they're just that strong. Well, why isn't the human stronger? And that's the one thing you find out. When you start going all wrong, after you pass a certain matrix, you start feeling power in your muscles that you didn't have before. And I'm saying this to you bodybuilders. There's a power in your muscles that you're not used to that comes in from the ethers, so to speak. And it pulls you. It just pulls you out. And it's just the power of that. And it's just that's what you want to experience, but you got to be all raw to get there. It's not what you think. You can't load up on all these supplements and stuff and get there. You hurt yourself doing that. It's like our buddy from Australia. He said he used to get numb. His arms would go numb. He's so much muscle. It's like, oh, shit, man. But the right way is always going to be like, you treat yourself like a herbivore in that way. In other words, my sister trained horses for barrel racing. And by the time she was doing that, I was into motorcycles, so I wasn't into horses anymore. But we grew up with the horses, you know. But we always used alfalfa hay to keep muscles and build muscles on the horses. You use alfalfa juice, you've got a packed amino acid blend. But you all have to remember a couple things. When you're working out with muscles and you're creating lactic acid and all these acids, your respirations are increasing and all these acids that you're creating, you have to think, am I also getting rid of them? Because if you don't, let me give you a word that's common in bodybuilding. Rheumatoid arthritis. RA. So common, it's not even funny. Pretty soon, this wrist becomes this big. No. And then you say, what? Bye-bye to what? Kidneys. And then another thing, I don't know if you've ever seen one of these. I don't know if I should show you this, but it's pretty gross. Do I even have it up here? It's pretty gross. Maybe you better not see it. Yeah. It's what a blown rectum looks like. You know, and I was getting ready to show them what a blown rectum looks like. But what does high protein do to you? Pulls calcium out of you. So there goes connective tissue. So a lot of weightlifters can blow their rectum right out. And where is that picture? It's such a beautiful picture of oh well, my place is a mess. I got to get in here and get everything cleaned up, but that's why you don't do the protein route. You want the amino acid route. You still in an alkaline slurry. You power up. The body will use them as they see fit, and then you'll be able to keep the kidney performance and eliminate waste. As a bodybuilder, you want to make sure you get your kidneys filtering, aka sediment in the urine, and then go on up from there. There are so many power foods in nature that you can use to build, but your body has to be able to digest and absorb and utilize this, right? Same thing as normal everyday living, but you're powering up. So you want to be able to do this even at a higher performance. You will definitely want your kidneys. There's this top bodybuilder, retired. I've talked to him. I'm not going to mention any names. He's writing a book on bodybuilding and what's going on in the field, and in our conversation, it's not good. It is not good what's going on in the bodybuilding industry. And he's going to expose a lot of that. And that's why I've had that Muscles by Nature that Western has. These are good bodybuilding formulas that have all the power in there to build, but also keep in mind that when I make a formula, I'm also thinking about your lymphatic system and your kidneys. And that separates those people that just throw formulas together. You want to know all how the body's working and how that formula can assist, but also we also have to think about the elimination of waste. You can't just think about building muscle. I lift, I'd say heavyweight. Now get this. I think, don't quote me because I don't remember. I thought it was Yale, but way back, I think in the 70s, one of these universities or colleges took 44 athletic modules, and they wanted to see a cross-section of people on different diets and how it affected their performance. And they did 44 deep knee bends, chin-ups, pull-ups. I mean, you had all kinds of exercises. And they had a fruitarian. They had a raw natural hygienist. They had the vegetarian. I even think they even dropped that vegetarian into lacto and some other levels. And then they had a bodybuilder and a meat eater, and they had different levels. And if I remember right, I'll just give you one example. Deep knee bends. The bodybuilder did about 70, I'm just going to give you an idea. It could be all wrong, but it's sort of this way. 75, the vegetarian did less than that. The raw food, the natural hygienist, I think they did up closer to 200. The fruitarian did 400. Wow, it was so, you could see that almost in every module. You could almost see the fruitarian just outperforming in every level. When you remove the obstructions to the flow of energy. Listen to what I said. If you remove the obstructions to the flow of energy, what would you think? And what obstructs the flow of energy in the human body? Stagnation of acid, sewage. You don't want stagnation of blood. So what if you get everything moving and you're on a high electrical diet with high electrical amino acids? Yeah, baby. Not only you're going to be this, but you're going to be this. And you're going to keep your body That's the par excellence of how you do it. If you're just trying to, I don't know, I'm just saying, it's not fun to wake up and you don't have any joints anymore. It's not fun to enter the world of rheumatoid arthritis. I've helped so many bodybuilders in my world. Oh, look at this. I lift, I'd say heavy weights 4 times a week. I also do calisthenics, yoga, go on runs, go on walks. Man, this guy's got it down, man. I fast until 1 p.m. every day. That's not a bad idea, guys. That really helps his elimination well. It's not bad. I kind of like what he's doing. 7 p.m. being my last meal. I fast the whole day every Saturday. Damn, man. I eat the same thing every day. I enjoy what I eat. This dude's got it down. I mean, believe it or not, that's how you do it. I feel the best I ever have. Yeah, I bet you do. I mean, you can go. I mean, there is even no ceiling to this. I mean, you can get feeling so good you can't stand yourself. I had one guy said to me once, and I had my place by a gym, and that gym opened like at 4 in the morning or something like that. Well, I was in at 6 something, and this patient of mine came in. I said, "Hey, man," I said, "You going to work out?" He said, "Oh, no, I've already been there." He said, "I've also been to the beach, ran 5 miles, and I'm coming back to work out more on board." He said, "How do you turn this off?" I wonder, how do you turn it off? That's why I had to bring myself down into the vegetable world to quit having out-of-body travel so much. I mean, I couldn't stay in. Daily I consume for breakfast 1 p.m. an orange, banana, and apple, a blue-black raspberry and mango bowl with protein, collagen. That's where I would leave off. I would leave off the protein, collagen, peptides, creatine. I'd leave those off. I would. Milk. Oh, you want to leave that off majorly. You want to get something power up? You're a grown man. Why would you have milk for? Yeah, that will take you the other way. You lose calcium and everything else. What would you have instead of milk? What about a glass of fresh squeezed parsley juice or a glass of fresh squeezed alfalfa juice? You could do wheatgrass, but alfalfa is far better. What else? You could throw a little bit of Kelp or Dulse in there, right? I mean, when you look at the nature's superfoods, oh, whoa! And you're going to see them coming in our formulas. Nature's superfoods, powerful. Like, how powerful can you stand it? That's my question. A lot of humans don't have that. So how much energy do you want? Crazy. Okay, so whole grain bread with honey, a banana, and a glass of milk. All wrong. Matter of fact, get rid of the milk. You want to separate the fruit from the bread, or you're going to get too much fermentation. You won't be able to utilize the banana well. Yeah, you want to separate all your food categories. Eat your vegetables at 1 meal, your fruits at 1 meal. I would try to get away from the grains and things and use the green drinks. Now, grains will keep weight on you. For dinner, he has 5 eggs on whole grain bread, spread with avocado, mayonnaise, cheese on top, and a side of slightly steamed vegetables. The food that I eat, I feel, helps me recover from my workouts and fuels me well, it seems. Well, what are your thoughts? I don't think, if you're too much into bodybuilding, I think right now, to become a frugivore, because then you go through the detoxing where you can feel weak and you can go through this sort of thing, but you're putting in your body a lot of mucus and you're congesting your lymphatic system. So are you cooking the eggs? Why don't you do 5 raw eggs? Why are you cooking them for? And why are you putting them on bread? You're gonna do this. Matter of fact, if you're going to do the milk, I advise against that. Throw the raw eggs in the milk and down it. Why would you? I know people to get off raw eggs, but yeah, that's it, because you're thinking about this guy instead of this guy. raw milk, I mean, that's where you go. Why would you pasteurize? Why would you cook the crap out of milk for? Why would you destroy the very thing you're worried about the bacteria? I guess if your sewer system's chronic, you might have to worry about some little cleaners coming in and cleaning you up. But no, I would do the eggs raw, and then separate that distance, and then do some fruits and berries and melons and stuff. Berries, I'd be chucking berries like crazy. Where are you going to get more power than berries? Blueberries, blackberries, flavonoids, all this stuff like that, because you're breaking down, you got to rebuild too, and you're not eating foods that rebuild like you think you do. So I can see where you could definitely change your diet up a lot. You could use nuts as your source of protein, or seeds, but again, granola, all that stuff is going to slow you down. No, slow you down, man. I don't think do I have any pictures of him in here? I don't know if I have any pictures of him in here. Let me see here. I'm going to try to find you some pictures of okay, let's see if I can find this guy. You guys have met him. We've had him on here. And look at this big crystal I'm riding. That's from Brazil. I had to bury that 8 foot in the ground. I mean, a foot in the ground. Where's our boy here? Come on, man. That is amazing. He's such a great guy. I love this guy. He's Australian. Well, here's another picture for you. Whew, man. So, amazing. Anyway, everybody has their own goals. But if I was you, I would just look at all that. You got a pituitary problem, be careful, because it's a hyperpituitary problem. That's how pituitary tumors are born. So think about your lymphatic system. Think about the things I talked about. Power up with some different type of stuff, and you're even going to feel more power. You're not on a real power hog type of program yet. 5 eggs, oh, yeah. Try a glass full of pure parsley juice. See if you can even get it down. I would go to the smaller ones though, like a shot glass. I mean, a little. Same thing with alfalfa juice and stuff like that. Power up that way. You're going to have a lot more energy. You're going to keep your kidneys, and you're going to keep your connective tissue. You do not want to keep yanking calcium out, and a lot of what you're doing is pulling calcium out of you. And you don't want to do the milk, because that's where you're going to end up with more tumors and stuff. So that's what I would do if I was going to do that. Well, I'm glad I'm not doing that. I got too much work here to do. I love you guys. Thanks for everything. Enjoy our new formulas. It's exciting to get them in. Handcrafted. Botanicalformulas.health. Or you can get us at Handcrafted Botanicals. Just that. .health or .com. And we don't have them all in yet, but we will be getting them in. And like I say, I'm bringing you in, letting you know some of these new spiritual formulas that I'm working on, and it's exciting as crazy. I'm doing it, okay? I'm telling you, love you guys.